conclude the team portion here with the UCLA Bruins. Head coach Chip Kelly.
Good afternoon. How you guys doing?
My first thought when I heard Coach Kelly was getting the job was probably more disbelief. I was just shocked just because I watched him do what he did at Oregon.
Chip Kelly, PU have referred to him as the most innovative coach in the country.
And that's what he is. They try to get 100 plays a game. It's unbelievable.
His resume was off the charts. We knew exactly who he was. Cool uniforms, fast tempo.
How about the play calling by Chip Kelly early in this game? Wide open receivers over the middle of the field.
You really can't pinpoint exactly what they're trying to do.
I think when I first came into this league, there weren't many spread offenses, and we were the only team that had shiny helmets, and now everybody runs a spread offense, and everybody has shiny helmets. So I think the game itself has changed, so I think you have to change with it.
We talk about here that if it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. If you want to change and you want to grow and you want to develop, you need to challenge yourself, and you need to embrace the challenges and not shy away from the challenges. If you don't learn how to get out of your comfort zone, then how are you going to develop and become a better person? I wouldn't say you get excited about mistakes, but mistakes are good. You know, mistakes means that you're getting out of your comfort zone. You're taking yourself to another level. I was at Oregon for a couple of years before I became the head coach. So it's the first time I've ever come in new to a school. And that's part of the process, is relishing the opportunities when challenges are presented to you.
And when we got that call that he was our head coach, everybody was excited because they knew exactly what he could bring to the table and what we needed to bring to this table to get this culture going at UCLA.
It was an adjustment at first, but everybody now is really bought in, and everybody believes in him. I mean, everybody has seen what he can do at the professional level and at the college level, so we're really buying in.
What should UCLA fans expect this year? Is this clearly a rebuilding for you?
I don't think my job is to temper or excite them. My job is to prepare our team as best we can. We've always been pretty good at just kind of focusing, concentrating on what we can get accomplished and what we need to get accomplished. And if there are expectations, that's a good thing. I'd rather be at a place where there are expectations than a place where they don't care. And it's obvious in the short time that I've been here that people really care about it. So, we're excited to go out there and play.
I think any coach that's really, really good understands what he has available to him and then puts those players in positions where they have an opportunity to be successful. When I got here, I met with every player that was on the team, and to a man, they were excited about what the next step was for them. They're excited about the opportunity to grow and develop as people here at UCLA. Anytime you have a good football team, I think any coach will tell you this, is that it's when your best players or most talented players are your hardest workers, and that certainly is the case with Darnay. He's really dedicated himself to the game of football.
I would say I'm just smooth with it. Just dialed in and focus on what I have to do for the team. Every man do their assignment, and sticking to your technique will set you free. At the end of the day, I'm going against one of the top receivers every day in practice, Theo Howard. So he's definitely getting me right for the season.
One of those guys that I think when you look at him, you just have to watch how he approaches things every single day. A great example for the young guys.
I'm not the strongest guy on the field, but I'm very good with quickness. I've always ran track and football, and track was a big part in helping me keep in shape and be able to run all 4 quarters and be able to run past DBs or get the best out of your opponent. This is a rebirth year, different faces on the team, different coaches, and I'm really excited for what's to come.
There's a lot of creative coaches and coaching going on right now in college football. Frank and his group is exactly what I was looking for. They are on the cutting edge of human performance, and they're trying to help develop the student athletes from an athletic standpoint, but they're also trying to help develop them from a mindset standpoint.
Okay, so we're on our second green day. We're doing cable curls, or you can do dumbbell curls if you want. 3 sets of 12, and then bands for the tricep extension, 3 sets of 25. Questions? All right, go get it. So push down with the band, and then curl with either the cable or a dumbbell. Pin those elbows, right? Great job, Steve, that's it.
There's usually always this struggle that goes back and forth between the physical preparation side and the football side. And our vision has always been to have a perfect marriage of the physical preparation with the football side. We're not developing weightlifters, we're not developing powerlifters, we're not developing professional strongmen. Everything that we do in this program is directed to getting our guys better on the field in relation to Coach Kelly's vision for our program.
Look at the hip, look at the shoulder. If your hips come up before your shoulders, then you're pulling with your arms.
I kind of marvel sometimes at the job that Frank does with that group. You know, he's a lifelong learner. He's always trying to get better. He certainly has a growth mindset.
When people think about how do you run an offense, people go to Coach Kelly and say, well, what is Coach Kelly doing? So we want our program to become the model as far as the most efficient, platinum standard coaching, all the things that will make our athletes the very best versions of themselves that they can be.
Perfect, just like that. That's all you got to do.
Coach Kelly has very high expectations. He is very demanding without being demeaning. He's always trying to optimize everything that we do. And the players are starting to learn that and come around to that.
I think the culture has really changed since he's got here. He's been preaching to us that everything matters, how we go about our daily life and our habits. The things we do day to day are going to determine where we end up at the end of the season.
Every day, he's making sure that we're accountable. He's making sure that we're giving each and every ounce of energy that we have. In the world, you can't fake it to make it. You know, you gotta give it your all, even in the good days and the bad days. He's showing us that you gotta have a growth mindset, and things not always gonna go your way. Keep on striving for greatness.
When you have a team that truly cares about each other, you'll be amazed at how successful they can be. The interesting part of this whole thing is that you have to do it all, and doing it all is the fun in itself. I'm just happy to have a job. You know, a lot of people in this country don't have a job, and so now I got one, and there's so much enjoyment to see how something starts, and you saw where it started, and then to see how it develops over time. It's fun to be a part of that process.
The Drive, shot with Canon EOS cameras and lenses.
Coming this season on The Drive. We go behind the scenes of every football program in the Pac-12.
It's about smashing someone in the face every single play!
To tell the most compelling stories of the players and coaches in the Conference of Champions.
Make it a real rep. Go score. Go score.
And this season, we get an inside look at the preparation and the passion leading up to game day. And see it before your team takes the field.
I want this team to go out and be tough and determined and scrappy like we know how to be.
Remember the history of this place. 125 years of tradition.
For the most in-depth access with your team, watch The Drive on Pac-12 Network and at pac-12.com.